What you said you
Yeah.
want to walk us through.
Okay. At approximately 17:10, 5:10 this afternoon, both fire and police received multiple calls of a possible bomb threat as well as an active shooter here at Hulen Mall. We immediately dispatched alarm assignment. PD dispatch officials also. We started a search of the mall, the canvas, to see if we could find any victims. There were also reports of possible gunshots, which at this time we believe was actually door slamming as people were exiting the mall. Right now, the mall is being swept. We have K9 detection dogs on scene. As of right now, we haven't found any victims, any shots fired, anything like that at this point.
What about related to the bomb threat calls? Is there anything that you've seen or substantiate that?
We haven't substantiated, found anything at this time, nothing at all. No victims, no bombs, nothing at this point.
How would you describe the response overall from Fort Worth Fire, what y'all brought on here, and what you've seen so far?
Well, as far as our response, as you can look around, I mean, we've got an alarm assignment. We've got plenty of PD as well as fire engines and fire officials on scene. But again, there's a sweep of the mall. We just haven't found anything at this time.
Did what happened in Allen change the way that you guys respond to situations like this? Did you do new training or just kind of rehash some of the procedures there?
Actually, we train year round. Obviously, when you have an incident like we did in Allen, it brings more of an awareness to what can actually happen every day. But this is something that we train year round every day. We've got a comprehensive training program as far as PD, and this is something that we prepare for.
Tracy, from an investigative standpoint, wherever this threat came from, do you guys know if this was, good intention, like maybe somebody heard something and was reporting it, or maybe this was bad intention, somebody trying to cause a panic?
Well, what we do is believe someone tried to cause a panic. Okay, let's just look at it that way. Anytime someone calls in a bomb threat, that's to alarm the public. But again, when we have PD and FD working together, this is something that, as a collaborative effort, we were on scene pretty quickly. We just want the public to know that we're here for them. We're going to do whatever we can to make sure everyone's safe. And if someone knows something about this incident that happened, we're asking them to give us a call. Reach out to us at 817-392-4222, because this is something that we don't need in our city or anywhere. And so, again, for us, responding as officers out here in FD, this is something we train for every day. As you said, from what happened in Allen, our training programs have intensified on how we do things. And again, we just want our citizens to be safe and be able to come to the mall and enjoy themselves.
Tracy, can you describe what Fort Worth PD is doing with this response?
Well, again, it's a collaborative effort, right? So we're just going to make sure with FD going to clear buildings just to make sure if there's anyone in there maybe trapped, or if we're any casualties or anything. As of right now, we haven't heard or seen of any. And so that's why we think possibly this is a hoax. But again, we're going to do our due diligence to make sure everyone's safe as we leave here today.
Is the mall still in lockdown?
The mall, you want to answer that?
Yeah. Right now, we're still going through the mall, evacuating. Obviously, nobody's allowed in the mall right now. And if there's anyone in the mall, we're trying to evacuate them so we can finish clearing the mall and finish our search.
I know it's ongoing, but do you have a sense of how long this process will take?
It's a large mall. We're going to clear that entire mall. So as of right now, we just really don't have a timetable. But we are going to make sure that everybody's safe.
When it comes to the bomb part of this threat, what have you guys done that tells you, hey, we don't believe that's somewhere within the mall, because obviously, as you're saying, it's quite large, that there isn't still a threat of a bomb? Like, what is telling you, hey, I think we're okay here?
Well, I would just say, as far as the presence, we haven't seen, we're going through. We don't want to say yay or nay, but again, we're doing our due diligence as well as for public safety to go through here. We don't believe at this time that there is a threat, but again, we're going to make sure if it takes us being out here another hour, another couple hours, we're just going to make sure everybody's safe as we leave here tonight.
Is it your understanding that the call of a bomb threat is what generated people fleeing, or did the bomb threat call come in after people started fleeing? What do you know?
That what we do believe, again, as they got the threat, as a call came in, when people started to leave, maybe there's a panic that reached out as far as the patrons that were leaving, doors slamming, maybe they anticipated or thought that they may have been gunshots in there. But again, we're going to make sure that whatever the case is, we're going to look through it thoroughly and find out if whatever the issue was, and we're going to get to the bottom of it.
Is anyone injured while evacuating the running? Because we heard from folks on
We haven't heard of any injuries, okay, at this.
As of right now, we haven't treated for any injuries. We don't have reports of any injuries or anybody hurt at all.
But again, like I said, we'll give, just follow us on Twitter or anything. We'll give some updates, additional updates if there's any more information that we need to release after that. So we thank you guys for coming out, okay, and hope we answered your questions.
Is the anticipation that the mall will be open tomorrow?
We have no reason, you probably have to talk to mall officials, but we have no reason to believe that the mall will not be
Will be
open.
released back to them?
Yes, for sure.
What kind of charges are involved in a situation like this?
Well, possible terroristic threat, but again, depending on what if they've had other charges previously. So I can't really go into that right now, but there is definitely a threat of some charges that could be brought about on whoever did this. But we're asking again, and we're wanting y'all to get this out. If there's anyone that knows of or heard of anything about this today, please respond to us, give us a call, and we'd like to talk to those individuals if we can.
I appreciate you guys did. Thank you.